What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley. What's going on? I'm David.
I'm Connor.
Connor's back in the house.
Yeah.
Again.
For 1 week at least.
For 1 week. Hey, we'll take you in.
Yeah, we'll stack them. Yeah.
What's been going on?
Not a whole lot. Went over there, took our car to Chaz, same night as you did there, and doing some body work on it. And that was, finally got all that straightened out. About you?
Well, I was sitting over there now, getting the body put back on it. But about the same. We took it over there, and we actually went ahead. We had the body off of it to paint it, as we say. And then Florence has a new rule about rocker panels. And we figured while it was off, we'd get them done. And I don't know. I'm not as experienced as rocker panels as y'all are, apparently. But nah, we did a few things, but then Chad did some front end work on the car too. So we took it on him, and he got it straight, and all that fun stuff. And we went and picked it back up Saturday. What was that? That was like Thursday night. Yeah, we were over there. Then we picked it up Saturday and brought it back and got it back in here and sat most of the body on it. We still got over there riveting it on now, and we got a few things to do still. So, all that fun stuff.
Making progress.
So we, I don't know. I think we're going to make it to Dillon when they race on the, what was that, like 29th, I think it is. I think that's the plan.
Is that the first
I don't know.
race?
Was that?
That's the first regular weekly race.
Yeah, that's the first Challenger race. They're racing this weekend.
Yeah.
Legends and a lot of vintage classes and trucks. But we're not scheduled for it anyway. So, Florence is racing 22nd. I don't know. Depends what we get done and what Chad gets done. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah. I think we're trying to shoot for the 22nd, but
are you gonna make it over there?
Well, like you said, a lot of stuff depends on. I'd like to get over there and practice, and we still got to do some other stuff, and set the car up and all. But we shouldn't be too far off now. Whichever track we end up first. So
yeah, it'll be good for sure. We'll have a ready for it and still have about 20 races in the season to go, probably at least. So we shall see. Oh, our comments are small. Why are they so small? I can't see them. Look at it. There we go. Oh,
what's up, Pete?
It's your spotter there.
Yep, there he is.
Pete, what's up, man? I know. I'm glad he's back in the seat too. He has been thoroughly missed, I promise.
Glad to be back.
So, anyway, it has been a nasty day here. It has rained all day long.
Yep.
Quite cool and nasty and windy and all that fun stuff. So my sinuses want to act up this afternoon. So, yeah, it's been wonderful.
Maybe it'll wash the pollen away, though.
I don't know. I think it's just sprouting more, I think. But we'll see. It's a mess. Anyway, there wasn't a ton of racing in the area this past weekend. I think Smart Modifieds were up in Anderson. Hickory raced.
Yeah.
Beyond that, there wasn't a whole lot in the area. So, yeah, I mean, just it's that time of season that things are getting started back up, but it gets started back up slowly.
Yeah, not everybody's running every week right now.
Yeah. So, there was a lot of NASCAR action, I guess, to talk about. We got a few minutes to talk about that for sure. What I do want to, before we go into anything, after we were on last week, everybody knew Austin Cindric would probably get a penalty. I think it was kind of the consensus for his right hook at Coda on Ty Dillon. And a lot of the drivers, and I'm kind of with them, honestly, myself, we're kind of like, right hook's right hook, should be a suspension, has been before.
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of with them on that. I know what they said. It was at a road course. Speeds were slower. I get that, but what is the speed?
Yeah, that's kind of a hard thing to judge. I feel like, it's obviously not the same scenario, but yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. But I also heard somebody say that, 50 points is like 2 races worth of points. So
that's what
I can see it that way too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get at with it was, I think they said they just guessed real quick that Austin Cindric over the past probably couple years has averaged about 25 points a race.
Yeah.
So a 50-point penalty is your grandma's watching too.
Hey, Grandma.
Hey, Grandma. But a 50-point penalty would be like 2 races for him if he's averaging,
especially with
points.
him. Yeah,
Yeah. So I don't know. Would you? Let's see. I don't know. I know we're not just liking penalties, but would you rather see a 50-point penalty for something like that, or would you rather see a suspension?
To me, a suspension is still a little bit harsher just because you're not in the race.
Yeah.
So I could see maybe that be kind of the standard. I don't know. It's obviously 180 miles an hour into the dog leg at Charlotte. It's not the same as what we saw in that scenario, but yeah, that gets a hard place to where do you draw the line? Was Austin Dillon's whenever he wrecked Hamlin that coming to the line at Richmond, was that enough for suspension or whatever? So I don't know. I still think that the suspension is still a little bit harsher of a penalty.
I do too. I feel like that should be. I don't know. It just seems so inconsistent to me.
No,
that's the aggravating part, I guess. Is just like, man, just show some consistency. And I probably put something on. I was listening. I don't know. There's a new podcast out. If anybody hadn't listened, I try to listen to it. It's called Hauler Talk. Have you listened to it? Andy?
I haven't heard that one.
It's NASCAR's people. It's Mike Ford.
Oh wow.
I can't remember the girl's name on there. I don't know who she is, but she's in race control. And then Nate Ryan is kind of, he's a journalist, but he's kind of the
host or
devil advocate on there. No, he's kind of the one kind of coming from the people's perspective, more or less. But I probably kind of made him mad. I commented on it. I was like, man, because they were going over why this was, this penalty as opposed to not suspending and blah, blah. And I'm like, man, this seems more like the NASCAR excuses and justification podcast. It's actual Hauler Talk. It was just, I don't know. It's something else. I listen to it every week because I like to know what their side of it was, but I just don't feel like when they are talking about it, it's just like, man, it's just, yeah, we did this because of this, because of this, because of this. And I'm like, that's not why you did it. You screwed up.
Yeah.
You did it because you screwed up and did the wrong thing. That's why you did it. Yeah, whatever.
The racing for 30th probably didn't get as much attention as him racing for the lead too.
Very true. Landon Moody, what's going on, buddy? So yeah, for sure. Other than that, the Chase Briscoe penalty was overturned from that was originally from Daytona or Atlanta.
Yeah, it was Daytona.
Daytona.
I think.
Yeah. What happened was they basically said where the spoiler mounts to the tail of the car, they said some of the bolt holes in it were very slightly oblong. And apparently they presented enough of a case saying that the reason they were oblong was because the parts didn't exactly fit together. The holes in the
OEMs and all.
Yeah. The mandated parts that they have, they said the spoiler did not line up exactly
Right. So they had to pull on it a little bit.
with, and they said basically just put the bolt in it and it's gonna pull on it and make the whole little oblong. And I guess they agreed with
Yeah,
it
I guess they had a good enough case. Yeah.
and overturned.
That's huge, though. I heard somebody say he'd probably still be in the negatives if they hadn't
Yeah,
overturned it.
yeah, because that was a big penalty for them. Especially, they've looked good, look like they've had speed all season, but they have not had the results to show
any good
for it.
finishes hardly.
So I don't know. It's that was a big one there. I do want to hit on. Did you watch the ARCA race by chance?
I didn't, but I saw the highlights of it there.
I watched it. Our buddy Butterbean was
Already
obviously in
dominated it. Yeah.
Man, in my opinion, they got him on that one.
Why is the rule there? Even if a caution comes out on the white flag,
I don't.
That doesn't make any sense. You know?
None at all with me.
Because the leader could be cut off at 4 and they throw the caution.
Well, my thing
back up.
is with any other series, and I don't care if it's, if it's Cars Tour, if it's, then we go to the trucks and everything else.
Every NASCAR and every local series every track I've ever heard of.
Other than dirt.
Dirt does that.
Dirt does that.
Well,
Yes,
every asphalt track.
every
that I've ever
asphalt.
been to.
I'm with you.
White flag, the next flag ends the race.
Next flag ends the
right?
race. Exactly. In ARCA, it does not. And I personally will say that's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, which is surprising because they don't need help bringing out cautions.
And and I say it's the first time I've seen it. Maybe it's happened at some of the super speedways, and I just haven't noticed it. But I feel like I would have noticed it, I don't, unless they don't do it on super speedways. I don't know. But anyway, Butterbean was checked out. He was second and a half ahead. He was just he maintained his gap. Him and Brent Cruz had a good race, for a while. And Butterbean looked like he was better on the little bit longer run. It's like the first 10, 15 laps, he kind of settled back, maybe second or third, and all of a sudden after that,
take off.
He never fell off pace.
He just had a good long run car.
He's had a good long run car, and so they had a decently long run at the end. Well, they were going into turn 3, and Tim Viens spun out. What was so bad about it? If it had been in the middle of the track, something like that, okay. He was literally sitting off the track and in front of one of the one little exits for one of the safety vehicles to go out to try to get out of the way. And he was completely out of the way.
Yeah.
And it was like, y'all didn't even need to throw a caution there. Not for 2 more corners.
No, I don't get it. I don't think... I understand if it was a cup race, I can see they have a little bit of pressure to make a good race out of, but they don't need to. As many cars they tear up in ARCA sometimes, I don't understand why you would do that. Re-rack them with 2 to go.
And that was the thing is they really hadn't. They had a couple.
Yeah.
But they really hadn't just demolished.
Yeah, they had a pretty good race then. Yeah.
Had a decent race. Well, they had a restart, and what did they do around restart? Somebody got hooked right into the very end of the pit road wall and absolutely destroyed the front end of that car. So they had another restart. Butterbean come off the corner, and he actually cleared Brent Cruz, which I think was his biggest mistake. He cleared him coming off of 2, regardless of if he was going to go in high, go in low in the next corner. Brent was going to do whatever he had to do to win and shove him up out the groove. I actually ran him into the wall, which is, I don't know, kind of a little extra. It's like, dude, race him. You ain't got to. But that became the the whole weekend thing.
It set the tone, huh?
It set the tone for the weekend. So anyway, Brent Cruz ended up winning, shoving him up out of the groove. I think if he would have not cleared him out of 2, stayed beside him, and then, he would have had the advantage going into 3 and could have
used, yeah.
I ain't even saying hit him, just run him up the track.
Right.
And so I don't know. That was it stunk.
That's the first time I'd ever seen that rule. Yeah. Take the white flag, then somebody spins out. The race is still going.
I don't think that's a good, especially when you are a quote unquote feeder series for NASCAR.
I mean, it's just so.
Why not?
I don't understand why you're not in line with NASCAR.
I don't either. I mean, obviously it was buddy of ours, so I'm more up, quote unquote up, but got more in the game on it on that. But I don't know. That's honestly the first time I've ever.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Ever seen it. I was like, really? That they don't.
I know I would be, pretty upset if I was him.
I would too, and he did good. He held his emotion well. He was not happy. You could tell with Brent Cruz after the race because the way he raced it, and probably just.
Anytime you're lead, a lot of the race and late caution, they just use you up is a bad deal.
I texted him and told him, I was like, dude, you had the car to win there. I said they messed you up there, and was what it is. But I said, but you definitely had the car to beat. Proud of you, man. And he's wrote back, thanks. I appreciate it. That's all you can, right? At that point, it was something else. I mean, I hate it for him. Hate it for him for sure. But on the positive side of that, he is the point leader still, and he was the highest in points that day. So that's still good there. That he I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, that was still good that he was the highest finisher out of the regular guys anyway. So he could make that, still be in the point lead and still got a good early start. And I think he can.
He's got speed.
He's got speed. I don't remember if it was you or I told somebody that was over here. I said, I literally think he could be in contention to win every race of the season.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Very easily.
He's even run decent mile and a half. Didn't he run a truck race at like Kansas or somewhere?
Yeah.
Some mile and a half, and he did pretty decent in that. So,
Yep.
I don't think there's anywhere that he won't be in contention, like you said.
Yeah, he should be good. But anyway, we're gonna get back to some to the asphalt stuff here in just a little while. But we gonna go over here. Something going on. Let's see. Check 1, 2. Yeah. There we go. I think he's coming back. We went to go to Racing Jason here, and obviously he's got something going on. He'll get it straight here in just a second. Because there was a little bit of dirt racing action going on here this past week, and we'll get to it here in just a minute. But Grantham Racing Team, Matt Grantham, our buddy, asked Connor if you had the car ready.
Yeah, almost. I thought I saw where you're getting your truck wrapped, so that should be
he's got it. He got
cool.
it looking good. He done put all new body on it, pretty much all but doors.
Okay, sweet. But yeah, we almost ready.
So all right, I think we got Racing Jason back here. Let's see. I see a finger. There we go. Oh, we're flipping. We're flipping.
Okay. Can you hear me, Dave?
We can hear you just fine. Can you hear us?
Yeah, now I can, yes.
Amazing things happen when you turn the volume up.
Well, no, it's glitching. Like a typical Monday. That's all it is.
Typical Monday. Typical Monday.
Drab, dreary, wet Monday. How about that?
That it has been. It definitely has been. What's up, man?
Ain't much, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Just like you said, it's a Monday. It is a Monday for sure. It is we hanging out over here. We making it. How about you?
I need a day between Sunday and Monday. Can we get a day between Sunday and Monday?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, I thought about this not long ago. I'm like, I don't know. Well, actually, I do know. I found out who made the 5-day work week. It was the Teamsters. That's who it was. They're the ones that mandated or set the 5-day work week. And I'm like, somebody need to slap them upside the head.
No wonder they never found Hoffa, huh?
Yeah, exactly. This 5 and 2 is something else. We could have 4 and 3. What's wrong with that? That's a little more even. Would be nice.
Hey, I want to work 24/7, 24 days a month, 7 hours a day.
There you go. There you go. I like it. What you been up to, man?
Not much, man. Wasn't really much happening this weekend, was it?
There wasn't a whole lot happening. That's what we were just talking about. Wasn't a whole lot going on out there. We had some NASCAR action, but you ain't watching that.
No, actually, I washed my car yesterday. Then it rained, so yeah, that's my typical luck.
That was probably the thing to do. We had a good old time change this weekend, so everybody was just tired yesterday.
I'm still trying to get used to this.
I like it though. I like it when it.
I don't like driving to work when it's pitch black, man. Can't see nothing.
I'm okay with that. I just want it to be daylight for a little longer when I get off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I seem to go to work in the dark and come home in the dark. At least this time of year, I can get home and it not be dark.
Yeah. I mean, it's like winter time. That's when it's that's when we need it winter time because who wants to have a daylight 9 o'clock at night during the winter? You know what I mean? Yeah. Nothing to do.
It wouldn't bother me. I'd find something to do.
Hey, whoa. What kind of sugar?
Oh. You see that?
You gonna win your first race out. Watch what I tell you.
Golly, he said I'm gonna win.
There you go.
I'm gonna win it.
Hey, doggone Trey Mills, man. He led 3/4 of the race Saturday, man. Until this car went away. I was like, man, shoot you, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. There was a little bit of racing action you had going on this weekend.
Yeah, a little bit of that hunt the front. Well, let's start off with this, Dave. How about Comp Camps was at Boot Hill? It was supposed to be a 2-day show, but the weather was supposed to be so cold and miserable Saturday. They just had a one-night show on Friday, and Cade Diller, the Thriller, won 10.
The Thriller. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I like Cade.
I'm sorry?
I sound like Cade. He's a cool guy.
I love him to death, man. I love Colby as crew guy. I love Colby. Colby's awesome. Yeah. Colby's freaking awesome. Oh, Ricky Weiss wins Hunt the Front, 20,000. I want to get back to Hunt the Front. I got some info there for you on that.
I was fixing to say, I heard that he also committed to the rest of the season on it. Is that the info you were going to? I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I can do this right now. Okay. Here's what I got, Dave, running Hunt the Front full time right now. All right. I got Oakley Johns.
Yeah.
You can X Trey Mills out because he's going Hell Tour. All right. Christian Hanger, Joseph Joyner, Josh Putnam, Corey Hedgecock, Jackson Heiss, Peyton Freeman, Luke Morey, add Jimmy Owens and Ricky Weiss to that list. So that's a pretty good roster right there.
Jimmy Owens was kind of a surprise to me on that one.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I guess he just don't want to go on the road with Lucas anymore. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a grind. I'm sorry.
It's a grind.
And he's close to the house too, because Hunt the Front runs everything right in his area, so it's close to the house.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, Jimmy's done it for a long time, so I don't blame him.
Yeah. I'll tell you, this is kind of funny. So, here I am fishing
Oh,
And
wow.
I told RTJ with inbox, I said, hey man, I said, your luck needs to be changed a little bit. You need to get one of the Racing Jason hats. He was kind of joking with me. I said, what series are you running? He said, Hunt the Front. I said, that was funny. Okay, he's not running Hunt the Front. I thought that was funny when you did that. You almost had me, RTJ, but not quite. But
That's
yeah,
funny.
he's 75% committed to one series. He's not really committed. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, that is actually the reason I really like Cade Dillard, honestly, because of
Why
what
is
he
that?
did. Because of what was it, about 2-3 years ago? His was it his daughter had something and he was going to miss a race, and I think it was
Recital or something. Wasn't it a recital or something?
yeah, like a dance recital, piano recital, something like that. And I think he was running what, World Outlaws at the time. I want to say it was. Yeah. And they flat out told him, if you go to it, you're no longer on, you're no longer running for points. And he was like, forget y'all. I like it.
Oh no, Dave.
What happened?
There's a delivery truck across the street over here, and he almost got stuck. Now he's backing into my ditch. Wait a minute, hold on.
You're gonna have to get it on camera.
I can't. You're on it. Hold on. Okay, he's good. All right, all right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, not quite good yet. Hold on. There you got it. Okay, okay. Phew. I thought that was close.
I was gonna say throw it on there and we'll get it live.
Yeah, she could turn the doggone thing around. Shit, I didn't do it. Okay, he's good. But getting back to that. The outlaw should have said, "Hey, man, you know what? That was your daughter. You can go to see whatever. No points lost or nothing like
Well,
that." That's what. Done.
I personally think, especially with Outlaws and Lucas, and I've always thought this, and I think really any of them, they should do it a few different ways. Either you can miss if you want to, but obviously you have no points for that, so it's only hurting yourself, or give so many days that they can miss because I mean, there's so much family stuff that goes on. There's so much, let's just say, for example, unfortunately, this past week, Chris Madden lost his father. No, he's not on one of the big tours. But if he was and they were racing, he wouldn't be on it anymore because, he missed a race. There's just no stipulation. Nobody can miss a race. I mean, so I'm like, give them so many days or something.
I like that.
Give them some.
I like that.
Give them some drop races. That's what I would do. Give so many drop races.
I like that. Yeah. Or get it like maybe two. It's like vacation with your job. Maybe get two excused, weekends a season or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Something can't be done for these guys.
Yes, I mean it is because they got the hardest schedules of anybody.
Weekdays and all.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's what? How many races are they running this year?
One's 53. Is that the Outlaws 53?
I think it is.
Lucas has a lot of 2-3 day shows, so I
Right.
think it's 53 for the Outlaws this
Is
year.
it 53 for the Outlaws? That's a lot of racing. That's a lot of racing, and that takes a toll on people and equipment for sure. And I get that's part of it. That is, that's part of the deal. But man, why not give them a couple days, a couple races they can miss or something? I don't know.
Hey, man, I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with you.
We're off on a tangent. I don't know where all that even came from. I'm just saying that is when I like Cade Dillard before that, but when he really stood up, when all that happened, I was like, man, I really like him. So, but anyway, how about? Oh, he's running away. He's running away.
I'm good.
But how about Ricky Weiss there, man? He looks fast.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Good.
You're good. But how about Ricky Weiss there, man? He was pretty fast there.
Man, let's see. He's running good at the toilet bowl. He ran good at the front of I-75. I mean, sniper.
That's what I was fixing to say. Good old sniper chassis. You want to tell you something funny?
Yeah.
Ricky Weiss was actually, well, hold on one second. I got to tell you real quick. Our friend Bucky Matthews says if you get stuck, tell him to call Princess Towing. He got him. Talking about delivery truck. But anyway.
Shout out Princess Towing.
There you go. But anyway, Ricky Weiss was actually the very first interview I ever done after I started Chicken Bone Alley. It was at Volusia. Yeah. How about that?
And I mean, he's a pretty good guy.
It was actually great.
I don't know why people don't like him. I can't figure out why people don't like him.
I like him. He's always been great with us. He's a buddy of mine, and he I think, let me tell you why I think people quote unquote don't like him is because we all know the Sniper chassis is essentially the old Bloomquist chassis. He's made some changes on it, actually. He has made some changes. I mean, it's not identical, but people were that is what they got in their head, that was just, he just copied it, and exactly and he just used the jig and stole it. And I think that's why people did whatever. I don't know. I mean, what you think?
I tell you, that's just kind of funny. What of Outlaws 2-day show? They were at Cherokee. Gosh, I can't remember. 2016, 2017. When they were at Walmart parking lot, and you know, you can camp out of Walmart parking lot for free and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They had the car unloaded and everything. I said, Rick, can I get a picture of the car? I don't care what you do with the car, just don't look under it. I said, Rick, like I'm gonna look under the freaking race car. Come on, bro. And I got a picture of him in the car and everything, but they were really cool, you know, about this. Don't look under the car. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go look under the car. I wouldn't know. What? Come on, Ricky.
I about had the same conversation with Kevin Rumley one day. We were at we were at Portsmouth and Kyle Larson was driving it. And we were up there with Randy Keene, and Randy was doing brake stuff at the time, and which he still does. But he was painting the brakes on Larson's car, and he wanted me to video it, and I did, because they paint them, and it's a color change paint that tells them how much heat are getting in the brakes and all this stuff, and we videoed it, and he's just like, don't get anything around it. It's like, I got it. This is a tight view.
What shock is that? What shock is that? Was that a spring? What is that?
Oh yeah, that's my thing. Is like anybody would know what they were looking at. I mean, there's a few people that would see some positioning, but they don't have a clue what spring, what shock, what valving's in that shock. They don't know.
I was talking to, I'm not allowed to say his name because he wants no credit, the crew chief. He knows who he is. We was at Furbury, and Kevin was walking with that laptop. And I looked at the crew chief and said, man, he better not ever lose that laptop. Can you imagine what's on that laptop?
Dude,
oh, my.
I swear. There's all the secrets.
Everything. The device. I mean, everything. Could you imagine?
If we could just figure out what the inherent problem is.
It's not running so good. Let's see Google here.
That's what he says. He says there's an inherent problem in getting traction in a dirt late model, and he said he still hadn't really figured it out. That's what the device helped, but he hadn't figured it out. He let them know what the inherent problem is when he figures it out. I'm like, well, we're never gonna know.
Watch out, world. I think JD's found something, ain't he?
Dude, I'm telling you.
You definitely found some traction.
I think that's the whole new shock deal, you know.
You think it shocks? Do you think it shocks?
I'm going to tell you, since Longhorn has started doing their, obviously Rumley's highly involved in all that stuff, and Longhorn is doing their own somewhat shock deal now. Mm-hmm. I
Well,
think
they got a contract with Bill Steen.
well, they do. They do. It's Bilstein, but I'm just saying, as far as their, the setup of those Bilsteins, I think ever since then, somebody obviously knows or has figured out something. I think, and they always do. I mean, it's always this guy's super fast this week. But what's so funny, if you look at it, this guy gets fast, this guy gets fast, and this is dirt or asphalt. If you look at lap times and stuff, nobody's ever changing lap times. It's just like this guy has the fastest lap time right now. Then it's not like we're just steadily getting faster and faster, because if that was the case, I mean, we'd be flying around everywhere. But
well, you got a good point, because I was thinking about this too. I'm watching Race Monitor, and I was watching County Line Saturday night. Kind of Clash. Congratulations, Ben Watkins, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there looking at Race Monitor, and such goes out, such goes out. Okay, good, lays out a good lap. Okay, you got a couple, also rans out there. Like, okay, well, is the track speeding up? See, that's what I always say. Is the track speeding up, or the car's getting that faster, or these guys just that slow? The ones that I still, to me, it blows my mind, because I'm at the racetrack. A lot of people say, well, that track's getting faster. No, I think there's better cars are coming out.
well, on a dirt track, to me, and you know this, typically the fastest it's going to be is right time cars get on it good. It typically slows down throughout the rest of the day, unless it rubbers up and then just gets stupid fast. But I don't know. It's I don't know. Yeah, I think there's just some guys that have figured out how to follow the track, as far as what it's doing, and that's on the dirt and asphalt side. They know what's coming next. They're good at predicting what's next. So, yeah.
It's like I told who was it at Cherokee last Sunday? Becca Malone. I said, hey man, keep up with the track. I said, you got a good qualifying run. I said, you're solid into the field. I said, just keep up with the track. And first lap, loops it and flips over and lands back down. But I said, keep up with the track. I tell a lot of guys that keep up with the track. Make sure you know what the track is doing. Except for Volusia, because you can't look at the track at Volusia. So we all know.
Yeah,
I mean, was it Volusia? No, it was Alltech.
No, yeah, that was Alltech. You can't look at track prep there. It's a secret.
Yes. Back away from the fence.
I've never seen that in my life.
I still can't get over that. It's been over a month. I still can't. There's nothing to see here.
Jesus. I don't know. Anyway, what else? Uh-oh.
This weekend at Smoky Mountain, speaking of World of Outlaws a little while ago, they did something good. Veterans did in free this weekend.
Oh, wow. That's good.
That is very good. Very good. Way to go, Smoky Mountain. Way to go, World of Outlaws.
Yes, for sure.
Ben Watkins wins Carolina Clash opener at Carolina.
No.
Wife wins Hunt the Front, 20,000, and Diller wins 10. Man, that's all I got. Really, just wouldn't believe much, happening right now.
What's your thoughts on Smoky Mountain coming up this weekend? As I see right now, weather's not looking great for them, but we're still early in the week. So,
well, first bundle up.
Yes.
It's gonna be cold. You're in the mountains, right? Number one. Number two. Who runs good at Smoky Mountain, man? It's gonna be stacked because you got some Lucas guys there too. It's gonna be stacked. Who runs good at Smoky? Oh, Devin Moran runs good at Smoky.
Yes, he does.
Don't know. I guess the 49 car's going. Shoot, I would. You know what I mean? I think I'm pretty sure TJ's going. I don't know how many of these Lucas guys from the Midwest, like Albertson, will they come this far over just for 2 days?
I don't know. I don't think they'll show up this weekend.
thinking too.
I think it's gonna have to be something bigger.
Yeah, because they on the road. What?
Yeah.
2 weeks after that. Week after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, week after that. Yeah. Swainsboro and Lucas Oil's were Atomic, Brownstown.
Sweet.
So, yeah. The Swainsboro, man. Are you going to Swainsboro?
I'm not going to Swainsboro.
Are you going to go to Lancaster this weekend?
I'm not going to Lancaster. I'm going to Dillon Motor Speedway this weekend.
What's going on up there?
Well, they're going to be running some legend cars and some super trucks and a bunch of vintage stuff, actually. And I'm going to go over there. Got a bunch of buddies running legend cars and stuff. Connor, you breaking out legend car?
I don't plan on it.
Why
He
not?
They will spot for you.
Yeah,
He don't want me spot for him. But so yeah, we go. I'm gonna head over there. At least watch truck race. We got some friends. I got some buddies running trucks too. So
Who you got?
Ethan. Oh god,
Winkler.
Yeah, I'm having a brain fart over here. Ethan Winkler's running. There was somebody else I heard. I can't remember. So anyway,
Last time I saw the super trucks run, what was Willard? Sam's Ard son?
Oh, yeah.
The pet dad truck. I remember that. That's the
Boy,
last time I see.
that been a few days ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. Many moons ago.
Many moons ago. Sam Ard only lived about, I don't know, 15 minutes down the road from here. If that.
I had no idea he lived in doggone
Pamplico.
Pamlico. Yeah.
Yeah.
I blew my freaking mind.
Yep.
Okay. What else you got going on? You got anything?
I do want to give a shout out to our buddy Devin Morgan. He broke his car out, his family car out. They've been sitting since, I think he said last July, last time he run it. Threw it all together, last minute pretty much. Decided to go to Livonia and won it. Good job, Devin. Good job for sure.
Absolutely. I love them, man. They're awesome, bro.
Oh yes, for sure.
His dad is freaking great, man.
He's back on working on some motorcycles now, painting motorcycles again. So, yes, that thing looked good.
So black with the red. Oh, that one.
I told him the other day, he's like, I need somebody to let me go crazy on one. I said, too bad I don't have a motorcycle anymore, because I sure would.
I got a great Impala. I got a great Impala you can do.
I keep telling him I'm going to send him a helmet, and I need to, and I don't know.
Oh, what are you doing? Go send him your helmet, bro.
I'm probably going to I'll get another one and send it to him.
Okay. All right.
I feel bad if I get a helmet painted and then I scratch it.
Yeah, that's true.
Them dirt guys don't care about that. They know it's gonna happen to their helmets. Their helmets should get beat up constantly. But asphalt side, I feel bad if I get a helmet painted like that and just it gets scratched or something. I'm like, no.
How you gonna get it scratched on asphalt?
I hit the roll cage. Hit the roll cage. I can tell you what happened.
That's what's wrong with you now, I guess. No, just kidding. That was a joke.
Yeah. That and just rubbing on the seat. Take the paint off of
it. mine's race fuel. That's my problem. So,
there you go.
Been around race fuel too much.
Haven't we all?
Well, I really, that's all I got, man. There's really ain't much happening this weekend, man. That's it.
Well, it's getting fired up. But man, cool deal. Well,
I'm looking for 25 to 30 at Lancaster Saturday. Does that sound about good?
Think so?
I think so.
I know our buddy.
What I'm really interested to see is how many guys from Screven, because they like Big Juice, Dalton Cook said, "Hey, we're gonna run Southern Thunder." Well, let's see if you guys are gonna show up at Lancaster. My promoter's hat on at Swainsboro. I was talking to Jordy Nipper right there. Will Harrington was standing right there. And this is funny. I said, I'm talking to Will, and I said, man, you ought to come to Lancaster, man. 2-3 weeks, blah blah blah, Southern Thunder. Jordy said, man, that place is awesome. I said, yes, you've been there. I see you in 2 weeks. No, I'm not going. I said, God, dog it now. I'm trying to talk good about it, Jordy. You're not helping here.
Will was asking on Facebook today who was running supers or either 604s. He was gonna come running. Somebody put on there Lancaster, and he's like, no. I'm like, what's wrong, Will? Are you scared? What's wrong?
Come on, I'm out of texting. You skirt? I'm out of text.
And then the World Outlaws account had the little hand raised thing. They're like, we're running. Come on.
Oh, that was on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. I like that. That's funny. That's funny.
It was funny. So, well, cool, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. There's not much to talk about right now, man.
Oh, there's plenty to talk about. Plenty to talk about. So.
Oh yeah. Well, pick a subject, man. I'll do my best.
Oh, you do great. You do great. Do great, man. So, anyway, everybody, go follow Racing Jason there on the X, Twitter, Twix, whatever we call it now. You'll be on there live again tomorrow evening.
Yeah, ripping the lip, baby. Let's go. 8:00 Eastern, 7 Central. Let's go.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, February tickets did go on sale. Did you get yours Saturday?
I didn't get mine. Did you get me some? You didn't get me some?
Well, I guess what I could do, I'm looking up for somebody else to inbox me. Hey, man, I can't get them, man. Every time I try to get them, they won't let me get them. And then he hit me back. He said, man, I can't get mine till June. I said, let me see what I can do. Let me pull some strings here. Racing Jason, see what he got. So we're going to find out if I can get him tickets to the PDC. Now, are you going to go to the PDC? Because I got to know how many to get.
When is it what's the date on it this year?
July the 22nd, 3rd, something like that. That week's in the 20s. Mid-20s.
We'll have to see. I'll let you know. He always huffing with me. I'm going to show up at a dirt track one day, and you're going to be like, what?
Yes.
See, I like going to dirt track. Did you see, speaking of, Lakeview just got brand new clay put on it. And they said it is the best clay they have ever seen. 0 sand in it. They said it is so sticky and holds moisture that it ought to pick speeds up big time on the track.
What?
Yep.
I don't really care about speed, Dave. I want racing. I don't care. If I want speed, I watch drag racing.
Well,
I just racing.
I don't disagree with you, but I think since they've added so much banking to that track over the last couple of years, and what they've done to the track, speed's not going to hurt it. I don't believe. I think it's going to get them up off the bottom a little more, which is good. Which they haven't been on the bottom as much past couple of years. Because used to, it was, how it was. It was like a little Fayetteville, old Fayetteville, run really fast down straightaways and dive for the bottom.
Yep, on the bottom.
Yep.
Bottom catfish.
Yep. So I think it's headed in the right direction actually.
Love that place. It has no facilities. You can't have a big race there. It has no facilities.
Yeah, it just don't have enough parking.
Well, what I was told, I'm talking about bathrooms and stuff.
Oh yeah, that too. But
they bought the field across the street now, so you can park.
Yeah.
What I was told, yeah. No more highway. I wouldn't park on the side of. That's why I get to the track early anyway. I don't care what track it is. But I ain't parking my car on the side of no highway, bro.
I have been over there some nights and had to do it though.
Get there early, bro. That's what I do, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. So anyway, well, man, I appreciate you as always, buddy.
I have more to talk about next week, my brother.
We will do it. Same time, same place.
There you go, baby.
All right, man. Well, we sure appreciate you, and I will be we'll be talking with you, buddy.
Yeah, y'all be good.
Take it easy.
Later, y'all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our good buddy Racing Jason with the dirt there. all kind of cool stuff happening on the dirt side there. Let's go real quick to a couple ads here.
Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE 10, and get 10% off at checkout. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I want to thank our good friends over at Profab Headers and Exhaust. Got to congratulate Paisley and Jack Lawson over there at PJL Motorsports. Paisley had a top 3 over at Caraway
Nice.
this past weekend, and Jack, I think, finished 5th himself. So congratulations to them. They are backed by Profab Headers and Exhaust. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the game of this racing and you need a great exhaust on your ride, go check out Profab Headers and Exhaust. There's none better in the business for sure. Y'all go hit up our buddy Andy over there, and he get you hooked up with whatever you need for whatever type ride you got, whatever type of racing you're doing. He sent them to me last week. Then he put them on something I can't remember, but he took a set of MT-09 exhaust, full exhaust there. And they got these huge, we've done some videos of them, but they got these huge tumblers in there that have polishing stones in them, and he put them in there and polished the set. Oh, they look so good. It looks so good. And if you need your headers freshened up and looking good, because that can do a lot. I mean, just it looks great regardless of anything else. But looking great is always easier to work on, and just when somebody's looking at the car, it's like, man, they have a lot of attention to detail. But anyway, you can send your headers back, your Profab exhaust back to Profab, and they will repolish them for you. So go check them out today and let them get you hooked up. Also, our good friends are Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Earl Ramey Racing Engines got you covered in any type of racing application. If you're needing a crate motor, anything from 602, 604s, and now the CT525. Go check out Earl Ramey Racing Engines. He can hook you up, and also anything built, obviously. Go check out our good friend Earl over at Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and he get you hooked up today and get some time on his chassis dyno. And man, that's a lot to find on there. So go check them out. All right, Connor. Well, like we said, we were talking about earlier, we got through the ARCA race portion, I guess. Then we had what else did we have? We had Xfinity and Cup. Xfinity, man, Justin Allgaier, whatever horseshoe he has anywhere else, it does not exist at Phoenix for him. Last year, leading, 5 laps to go or so, blows the tire. This year, leading, and he was, playing a little bit of strategy, obviously. But he's leading, 4 laps to go, has a good cushion, could have easily won it. Somebody else spins out, causes a caution. I think he ends up finishing like 4th or 5th. And but what did happen in it, what I want to talk about in it, the end of the race, and I put up a post asking everybody if they thought it was just hard racing or kind of dirty driving. Eric Almirola gets under Alex Bowman, and just, he even said in his interview, he said, "Yeah, I went in there knowing I was going to use him up."
Oh, he used him up. Sure.
He used him up all the way to the wall.
Which is, not really like what you saw out of Almirola at really
know.
any point in this Cup Series career.
Maybe he'd have been there a little longer had he, been a little more aggressive. I don't know. What'd you think about it, though?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That it's almost like that last corner is set up for that to happen. It's like the inside guy can just unwind the wheel and just wash up into the guy on the outside. But that was pretty rough, but no rougher than we've really seen for several times just at Phoenix. So I don't know. I guess neither one of them had points to care about or anything, so they were just going for the win.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're right. It looked a little dirty to me.
Yeah, I do too. When you put that up against what happened on Sunday, it does look a little bit worse, I feel like.
Now, trust me, would I go in there and push him up the track? Probably so. Would I maybe put a door to him? Maybe, a little nudge if we're going for the win. But just run him clear out to the wall, that's a little excessive.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't mind some door banging or some, stuff like that. But just running man into the wall, it's not even giving him a chance to race it.
Yeah, it's just, whoever on the inside just,
And I don't know if they
runs over him.
They thought about that when they, swapped the
ends around
on it or not, but whew.
It's like it's made for it.
It
is.
It's just, it is
every time.
And it never seems to fail, hardly, except for the championship race there.
Yeah.
It gets so spread out, it's ridiculous, and I don't know why it's so much different.
No, but on the Cup side, at least the tires seem to make a little difference this time around.
Yep, and that's what I want to get to next. Had the option tire in play for Phoenix. There was a lot of comers and goers.
I don't know if you've ever seen like Ty Dillon put on tires and almost drove to the lead. That car wasn't a very fast car. So that was interesting.
I think it was I can't remember which stage it was, first or second stage. Ryan Preece put on his option tires, drove from 33rd to 3rd.
It's insane.
Yeah,
I mean they're passing guys on the straightaway. I mean,
well, they're getting such a big run out the corner with it. Obviously, they don't want it. NASCAR and Goodyear does not want to go back to Phoenix with 2 tires for the championship race. They want 1 tire. I got a good feeling they're going with the soft tire. But in the runs that they had, and none of them were the max amount of laps. None of them were much over 50
laps. There's always a caution there somewhere.
Right. They were already dropping off 2 seconds.
Yeah.
They said a fuel run was actually 95 laps around about is what they were saying, I think. That tire would have probably fell off a good maybe 3 seconds.
Yeah, I was
maybe
more.
At
least 2.5. But
yeah, at least 2.5. What'd you think about the 2 tires and just overall?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing right now, but I kind of like what I heard Christopher Bell say last year about that. They don't want to do it for the championship race because then, somebody could get lucky and just, say, I'm just going to sit on a set of tires and, you get a late caution, drive through the field. But I thought the race at Phoenix, I mean, it was one of the better ones we've seen there in a while. So that's good. I don't know. I think just to use a softer tire would help just because there's an actual difference between new and old tires, just worn out.
Yeah.
With the tire we have now, you run 30 laps, you come in the pit, you probably not, and it's not going to be worth it for the most part. You're not, the tires don't fall off enough to make it count. So
Well, they said the prime tire, the normal tire they got right now, in the same time span, it dropped off a second, like 1.3 seconds on
about
average.
half. Was what the other one.
Yeah, almost half. But I'm on team soft tire personally because you can do. There's two ways, and this used to be the way it was, especially back in the '90s. I remember, but you could either, and Mark Martin was the man for doing it. You get to him, he just wave you around. He's just like, you go. And he was one of the guys that, I ain't saying he ran the exact same speed, but he held his speed longer than anybody because he knew
Take care
how
of
to take care of
Yeah.
the tires. And I feel like that's almost a lost art right now.
Yeah. Well, I think also everybody's so even that with tires not falling off, it's hard to pass. There's not a lot of ways to make up speed. So, if you can manage your tires a little bit better and, when they wear out, that'll be a loss of grip, but that's also where you can make up speed and, have guys that are good and, can show it.
Yeah, for sure. And I just feel like they, I think they can do something with a softer tire. It'll make it, more strategy
I
far
think
as
it's
the
definitely
driver, especially whether they want to go out and run hard for a few mile laps. Where that used to also really come into play, and we haven't seen that over the past couple of years, is if there was say like a green white checker. Used to, it was you had to take tires or you were a sitting duck. So I feel like that's going to come into play again, and it'll be so. Sounds like to me this may be the new short track tire.
Yeah. And we saw a little bit of Martinsville last year, and it was a better race before all the shenanigans went down. It was better than it had been, at least with the softer tires. So I'd say roll the dice and try it,
Yeah. But as far as racing overall, Catherine Legg, man, I don't know what was going on there. And it looks bad because she is actually I was looking back on some of the stuff she's actually done, and she is a highly decorated race car driver. But man, I feel like we got to do something to just let somebody run Cup. Her serving size of Xfinity race was one race that she ran like
Yeah, I didn't even know she'd running.
dead last.
Yeah.
And years ago. She ran ARCA at Daytona and made it 3 laps.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, we got to. And I don't know. I feel like we got to stick them in Xfinity truck, something like that more.
Especially when you're going to be, it's almost worse to be in obviously she was in a BJ McLeod car, so
Yeah.
But that means you're going to get lapped. You got to be able to have some car control.
Yeah.
Of how to you're gonna have a lot of cars around you. To be able to navigate
Constantly.
That. So yeah, that was that was a bad deal, and she I agree. They need a way to get some more laps before they get a Cup.
Yeah, it's there needs to be a better. I don't know. I don't think you should be able to run Cup, and this goes for the guys that are coming out. And I hate it for old, Elio Castroneves and stuff like that. But I don't think you should be able to run Cup without at least, I don't know, let's say 5 Xfinity races and
Something like that.
you got to finish better than 25th in one or something like that. I don't know.
Well, Daytona's not as big a deal because
Right.
it's just packed. But especially for a real race, I say that, you know what I mean. But there's been a couple times where there's been some drivers that definitely changed the outcome of the race
Oh yeah.
because they were obviously not
Well,
ready.
Flores was running decent yesterday, and
he got taken out.
collected, but so that stinks. I mean, it looked like she just got tight coming up out the corner, and Josh Berry clipped her on the way by and snatched the wheel out of her hand, and there she went, right around in front of Suarez. So I don't know. I hate it. And I think she's, like I said, I think she's not a bad driver. I don't think she's a bad driver. I just think you just can't just jump in a Cup car and be fast. and know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so much. She did not have enough time for, like she had happen. What was that, lap 3? Or was it lap 1, lap 3, whatever it was, yesterday, where she just spins out off of 2 herself. And I don't know. I mean, I think we need more time. I think there needs to be more practice. Go back to a rookie practice at least.
Yeah,
Give 'em-
I agree with that. That'd be a good
Give
thing.
them
to
20
do.
laps on the track or so. And I don't know. I don't know. Don't know at all. So Christopher Bell ends up taking the win. It was, I thought it was a pretty exciting race, and
Yeah.
I think the tire did a lot of that. But in saying that, Christopher Bell looked like he had one of the, if not the fastest car
Yeah.
all day.
I would have liked to see. I think they had a restart there with about 10 to go or something there, and it was Hamlin, and Larson that kind of started to break away before they had another caution. I would have liked to see it to go green just because I think that would put on a good race. Green white checkers are cool, but it's just kind of like
Yeah.
2-lap shootout.
Yeah.
So I would like to seen that played out, but yeah, he definitely man, when things going right for you,
Dude,
sometimes it's just going your way.
he's won 3/4 of the races so far this
Yeah.
year.
But this was a one, Atlanta and Coda, he would always just kind of lead the last 5 laps or something. But there was no doubt about this one. He was fast.
And what's crazy is he's got a good record at Las Vegas
and Homestead.
and at Homestead.
He could really rattle off some. Hey, when things are going your way,
take it while
just
you
fall
get
in your
it.
place. Yeah.
It's so hard, and I said a few weeks back that I think he's going to be the man to beat. And I said this actually before the season started, and so I was like, man, it actually came true right now. Now, things could change. There's a whole lot of racing to go.
The NASCAR playoff format.
Exactly.
You just got to get hot.
That's what I was
You got to be
fixing
doing
say.
this in October, November.
And, I think if that keeps on, I think the playoffs format's going to change next year. But if that keeps on, I think there's going to be a lot more emphasis put on regular season champion just because it's like, this dude was the most consistent all year. And then had a couple bad races. Now he's out of championship. So, I don't know. So, we'll see. But it was a exciting last couple laps there. Kyle Larson did not have the best car, but man, he can make it look
it's
great
Kyle
on a
Larson,
green white checker.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't send it 3 wide going into 3, but he said, I didn't think we'd all make it out the other end of it. So.
I think if it would have been Denny Hamlin, man, he gives Denny Hamlin so much slack. It's so funny. As much as Denny Hamlin does not give him slack, I know they were going. That was thinking. And I hear him. Oh, we were going golfing this morning and together, which is fine and cool, whatever. But I think if that had been anybody else, he'd have put it in 3 wide and tried to root him up off the bottom. And hey,
because
12 tires. A whole lot better
Bell's not
than
going to
4.
go in there and just Bell wasn't going to let both him and Hamlin lose the race.
Right.
If that would have been somebody else, teammate, you might would have had a better chance of them getting together and you slip on through. But you knew they weren't going to take each other out.
Bell
most
made the
likely.
smartest move.
Yeah.
I think this is exactly the opposite of what Butterbean did on Friday night. Bill made the smartest move he could coming out of 2, not clearing Denny.
Yeah.
I think there was one point in the corner it looked like he could have moved up.
Oh, yeah, he was
and
there.
got in front of him, and he chose not to. And I think that was where he won that race at, because if he clears him, they cross over.
Yeah.
Get under
he's
him.
going to go root you up off the bottom.
Exactly. So Larson tried hard though. Larson gave it a heck of a run out of 4 for sure. So it was a cool finish.
Yeah.
But did you think the overall race was good for a Phoenix race?
I mean, it was Phoenix. Of course, the middle part's going to be kind of boring, but I felt like it was better. I'm not saying that it was, awesome and, greatest race I've ever seen, but it felt okay. I'd say it was a decent, for Phoenix, right?
I got you.
I don't know if Phoenix was ever really super exciting. I know it's had some good moments, but it's just not. It's kind of like that race. It just needs to get some good circumstances and put on a good race. But
What's bad is I think a soft tire will produce good quality. But I think if everybody's on that tire, I think you look at the race as a whole, and it's not going to be.
no, I mean, it's not going to all of a sudden people be awesome. They're going to sit and ride for a while, so they
Yeah.
don't use their tire up. So,
Yeah.
but I thought it was a decent race for Phoenix.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't overly excited, but
No,
had a good ending.
I mean
or
you
had a
know
fun
they're going to
ending.
ride stage 2, stage 1. They're not. I mean, it's going to be a lot of riding, but
Yeah.
it's just the way it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you think our good friends over at Fresh Chef up in the Race City area. I don't care if you're Statesville, Mooresville, Conover. Let's see, there's so many places. There's so many locations. If you're up that way, head over to Fresh Chef. Get some of the best food you've ever had. Daily food and drink specials. Tell them we sent you up there for sure. Also, Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina. Head over to Dixie Made, ladies and gentlemen. All the finest clothing of all the finest brands that you could ask for. Anything from hats and to shoes and everything in between. So head over to Dixie Made, get all your favorite brands, and tell them we sent you over there. Also, MPM Marketing, www.marketwithmpm.com. Get in this on this racing gig and get the media help and marketing help that you need, straight from our friend Tanya over at MPM Marketing. Call her, tell her we sent you over there to her too. Tell them I always sent you. Anyway, so Vegas this weekend, what you think? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Yeah. The should be a decent race. I don't know. We'll see. Next gen car's been okay. Vegas hasn't been the best mile and a half, but mile and a halfs overall have been pretty decent. So we'll just see what we got. But I don't like the 3:30 start time. So that's the only thing.
Stinks.
Such a weird time, but we'll see.
Yep. Let's see.
Looking, Darlington's not too far off though. It's moved up a little bit
Only
this year.
A few weeks away. I think it's the week of the 4th.
I know it's moved up a couple of weeks.
We're gonna have to make some calls over there. See if we can get some people on from around there. Also, Rockinham's right after that.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
Xfindies and truck, and I got a wedding to do that weekend. I did not. Well, I had planned that wedding before they even announced that
Rockingham.
that was coming back. I was like, man, this stinks. Still think about going up there Friday. But anyway, alrighty. So, like I said, I'll be over at Dillon Motor Speedway this weekend. You riding out?
Probably will. I'll check the schedule and see what time things get going.
I got you.
Hopefully we the trucks and all race before the vintage and not after.
Yeah.
But
I think it's earlier start time.
yeah, so I'll probably ride over there and see what's going on.
Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, got anything else this week, Connor?
I don't think so. I think that's about it.
Well, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. See. We'll just have to see if I can make it from here on out.
We'll get back to normal eventually.
Yeah, not too many weeks till May. So
That's what I was fixing to say. You only got another month and a piece to go,
Right.
almost. So, no, that's all good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we sure appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and I reckon we will catch y'all next time.
Later.
Alrighty there, boys and girls. Well, I reckon that's about it. So we as always appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and I guess we will be talking with y'all next week. So y'all have a good one.